Welcome to List, Laugh, and Learn with Jodi and John.
Your inside look at real estate trends, hot topics, and fresh listings.
We'll give you the tips, stories, and insights you need.
Plus a little laughter along the way.
Let's get started. Hi everyone, I'm back and I'm with my partner in crime, John.
Hi.
We're going to be doing, what's it called?
List, Laugh, and Learn with Jodi and John.
You're going to be very educated when you watch these podcasts moving
You'll
forward.
laugh.
So, I suckered John into podcasting with me because it's so boring doing it by myself.
I bet.
And I forced him to do a video with me at one of my listings, and then he started doing his own recordings. Anyway, so John started doing his own recordings, and I decided, you know what, I think we're kind of like yin and yang. We have a lot of personality, and I thought we'd be a good match for podcasting. So today is Ask John a lot of questions for the audience. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So John, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am a over 20-year Madison resident.
Okay.
I live in the Madison Common with my husband.
Okay.
And we have no kids, no pets, and
No
we love
pets.
it. We love it.
Do you travel a lot?
We don't really travel as much as we would like to, but no. So we like to just stay. We love just being in the Madison Common. I think that there's a lot to offer there, and
Yeah.
just love to do like local trips if we do anything like that. But yeah, nothing really big. We're not big travelers either. We're like homebodies.
That's like me. I'm a homebody too, but I don't know. There's something about your own bed, right?
Yeah.
Your own house.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, tell me how you got into real estate, or what made you decide
Yeah.
this was something you wanted to do.
I mean, I had been a fashion retail executive
Oh.
in New York City for a long time. And, the commute was kind of getting to me, and I was kind of getting burnt out, and I needed to think of something, what my next was going to be. And I've always kind of found real estate sort of interesting just because, I'm like a nosy, love looking at homes, love looking at decor and insides of houses. And I decided to get my real estate license. And so, that's how
Do
I
you
got into
feel
it.
the fashion industry helps you when you're looking at houses or staging them, or do you have a little bit of vision as to what could go where?
Yeah, because I think that that's one of my skill sets anyway. Is like I love like furnishing our home and decorating, and also I'm a very organized person, so I love like organizing closets and
Really?
cleaning and stuff like that.
Ugh.
So so I think that I can kind of see through. Okay, maybe we need to like clean up something here, remove some extra over here. to
Right. So
make
when
it-
you're
make it
doing
look cleaner.
walking, after you do a listing presentation, typically we'll go back through and kind of help the homeowner figure out what to take down and what to move where. So everyone, John should be your assistant for that, because clearly you're pretty good at that.
I would hope so.
So why'd you choose Weikert?
Once I got my license, I really didn't know where to go. And I actually have a good friend of mine who is an agent up in Bergen County. And I called her and I said, I don't know where to go. She basically said, you need to go to a big name and a well-known name. And she said, what agencies are by you? And so I listed a couple, and Weikert was one of them. She ended up calling Marsha directly. And set up an interview right away. And as soon as I came in, I'd known a little bit about Weikert, of course, as being local and knowing that, it's well known in this area. But I didn't really know enough about the history. But then I came in, met Marsha, and immediately sort of realized that this was a good place to start my career in real estate. Definitely wanted to find a place that I know nothing about nothing, because I am a newer agent, and I wanted to find a place that had like good training programs and good like mentorship, not only just like an official mentorship, but just like learning from everybody. 'Cause I think that's one of my big things I've taken away so far is like everybody has been so super helpful in terms of learning.
I agree.
And I've learned so much in the couple of months that I've been here.
So because I only started about 3 years, it'll be 3 years next month. I feel the same way about many of the agents in our office are very willing to share
Yeah.
their knowledge, their experience. They'll go on calls with you if you need to. They'll sit down and talk to you after hours to give you advice, which you don't see in every office.
Right.
There's not really this competitive vibe against each other. It's like we're all in this together.
Right.
That was so High School Musical.
Yeah. But it's true. Like it is. It's not. Yes.
I don't know that song, but I just totally came in.
Yes.
So that's why, and that comes from my teaching background, right? So that's all you do when you teach is you just share your lesson plans. You share everything. If someone likes something, you just send it via Google Drive. So that's kind of the vibe I feel like is here. Everyone's trying to help each other be successful.
Right. I don't feel like that there's anybody's out to get anybody, and sort of take things away and take business away, because there's more is more.
Exactly.
And from that perspective, so.
Have you had an exciting moment yet? Like, what's your most exciting moment so far?
So far, I did do a rental, so that is closing. So that I feel like that was a very successful, good moment, and it was very smooth. The tenants were amazing.
Was it in Madison?
It's right in Madison, right on Main Street.
Great.
So they were originally they're relocating from Pennsylvania, and they didn't really know the area, and they were looking with other Brand X agents in Maplewood, Union. They then came to see a rental in Chatham. I showed that to them. And they immediately fell in love with that and fell in love with Madison. And they're moving in next week. So I'm kind of excited by that.
So you're going to do the walkthrough with them sometime next week?
I'll do the walkthrough on Friday, and they'll get their keys, and they're all good to go. They're very on top of it. I can only hope that every tenant I have in the future is the same way.
Now, have you had any valuable advice? Like we talked about it. We have a lot of experienced agents in this office, and we have, Marcia, who's great, and Missy, who's our office manager, who's unbelievable. Can you think of any good advice anyone has given you?
Good advice. I know Joe Erdody always says, act like the mayor when you go through town, because you want people to know you. I think that's the big thing too, is getting people to know who you are. That's sort of how you make your way in real estate. I definitely think my sign starting to be out, people, friends of friends have started saying, oh yeah, I saw John's open house sign.
Yep.
That has definitely been, something that I've started to do. And the big thing really is just to be calm during the whole transaction process with the clients. Like you need to not show stress, because it's stressful enough to move, whether you're selling or buying or renting. And you need to almost act calm so they're calm as well. And if they know you're calm, then there's confidence that we'll end up getting to the finish line effectively. So
that's sometimes hard to do, right?
It's sometimes, I assume it's probably very hard to do when you're in a very tough situation, but I think sort of
you can do that at home, but not in front of your clients.
Scream or whatever you need to do in the car afterwards. But
now, have you faced a big challenge yet?
I don't think yet. Nothing really big. I think the biggest challenge right now, just for me being a newer agent, is just getting clients, just sort of building up my base of people, and I think that's been the challenge, and kind of getting out of my comfort zone, like sort of being able to be open with people and saying like, hey, are you looking at real estate? Do you want to do something in real estate?
Right.
And not just waiting for people to call me just because
they know
my name is on the internet or something like that. So I think that's been the biggest challenge so far.
So let's talk about clients. What do you do to help make your clients feel comfortable?
I think, being calm, number one.
Yep.
Being proactive and informative. Definitely giving them all the information up front so they feel like with these tenants.
Transparent.
Yeah, with these tenants renting in Madison, definitely as soon as that was accepted, gave them all the contact information for the utilities, and this is what you need to do, just so that they have all of that together in one email. They're not like having to go and hunt and peck for that themselves. So they feel like that they can make a smooth transition into renting their apartment.
And I feel like especially when you're meeting new clients, like people that are not friends of a friend or whatever, you know, I picked up a client in the airplane. So, you know, we're sitting next to her, and somehow we started talking about teaching, and then I was like, oh, I also do real estate, and all of a sudden now, you know, I'm going to list a house in Basking Ridge. So I think it's also that connection, right? Even what you said with your rental was that, you know, Madison, living on Main Street in Madison is a nice downtown. So you got to listen to them and hear what they kind of liked and didn't like, and then could, you know, get a feel for them. Then you start realizing, oh, I know they're gonna like this one, or I bet you this one's gonna be better than this one for them. You still show them everything, but you kind of get a feel. So it's a lot of listening too, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
And just chatting a lot too, and that's what I do very well. So you get to know your clients, and then, you know, I sold a house virtually.
Oh.
They didn't they were in
a buyer?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't step foot in the house. I had worked with them for several weeks. They flew out to New Jersey for 2 weeks. We saw a lot of houses, and then they put a couple bids on. This was last July when the market was kind of crazy. And they lost out, and they went back to, it's not Minnesota, but it's somewhere out in the Midwest. And I knew this house was like their house, and so I showed it to them virtually, and
wow,
they signed the papers and then came out for the inspection.
That's great.
So you just get to know your people, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't recommend that to everyone, but
sometimes
you're in a pickle.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yep.
I mean, they're not going to fly out here all the time and see a home. So,
Now, local market. So you're obviously been in Madison for a long time.
Yes.
Any other towns you feel pretty confident in?
I would say Chatham, Florham Park, definitely those areas.
Are there any areas that you look forward to branching out to?
I would think, you know, more into like the Union County, like Berkeley Heights, Livingston. I mean, Berkeley Heights, New Providence, and then, you know, even into like Essex County with like Livingston, Essex Fells. Yeah. I always say it wrong. I always say Essex Falls, and I'm like, no, it's Fells. Like that area would be good, you know, to branch out to that.
They're pretty close by too.
Yeah, exactly.
Where do you see yourself in like 3 to 5 years?
One of the top agents in Weichert.
We've got some tough competition in this office.
My goal is to be like Joe Erdody. He's the number 4 agent in Weichert, if you don't know. That's globally. So one day.
Joe is not paying John to say these things, by the way.
He's not.
What else? So do you feel, getting back to I always say this when people ask me why real estate, once I got into it, I really felt that my sets that I have in school, teaching, I'll go hand in hand with real estate. You know, you have to be a good listener. You have to be a good communicator. You have to, you know, you have to be punctual in the sense, not even just showing up on time, but responding to people immediately. Because this, like you said, is a big decision that they're making, right? So they need 100% of your efforts into them. So do you feel what you did with the interior, fashion. I'm thinking interior, but fashion kind of lends.
Yeah, because
I mean, you have more of the business side.
Yeah, because it was the business. Because I was more focused on the business side. So yes, you know, I'm really good with, you know, deadlines and you know, the numbers piece of it. I think that's going to be very important to explain to a buyer and a seller. You know, their
compensation,
the total sort of number,
taxes,
all the numbers and all that stuff. That even though yes, their lawyer will be going in more detail, but at least to give them some preemptive work and not just say, oh, I don't know, the lawyer will tell you. I also think one of the things that, you know, I learned in my career was about focusing on like storytelling and sort of understanding sort of what the audience and what the clients will want, and therefore how to explain that clearly to them.
Yes.
Without just like, here's a listing, read it, do you like it or not? It's like, showing them what it could be. Could you see yourself living here? Maybe everything's not decorated the way you want it to be. Maybe everything's not. Maybe there's slight enhancements they need to make, and sort of
It's the
being able to
vision.
vision and
Yeah.
sort of that, and sort of explaining that. I think
That's
that
what I
would be
do a
good.
lot when I walk in at houses, even for rentals. People are like, wow, because I will literally start going, well, you could put your sectional here, and you know, you can move this over here, and people are like, wow, you really, I'm like, yeah, I like plan all this out.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's sometimes what's hard for people is when other people have furniture in their house.
Right, and they're like,
Or
I
it's
don't
a little
like it, or
cluttered.
it's cluttered, or
Yeah,
there's
so
too
you
much
kind of
stuff.
have to
It's like-
guide them visually
Right. Yeah.
through the house just
Right.
so they could see
Right.
themselves fitting in it.
Right.
Makes sense. Okay, we're gonna have some rapid fire questions. Coffee or tea?
Definitely coffee. Unfortunately, I probably drink too much.
Prefer Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks, 100%. I'm not a Dunkin' person. Do not like Dunkin'. I will do my black iced coffee from Starbucks all
Do you
day.
know I only like coffee from home?
Oh.
I don't know what it is about brewing a pot of coffee at home.
I do like brewing a pot of coffee at home.
You know, if the girls go out or my husband goes out there like, you want coffee? I'm like, no, I don't know if it's the smell or whatever it is.
I do. I brew coffee every morning at home. I
Okay.
make coffee for the two of us, which I do. I like.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. I actually
Just
get mine
tastes
from.
different.
Yeah, I get mine from Lacas. I order it. It's from South Jersey. If
Okay.
anybody knows it. Plug that one. It's actually a good one. You know.
What's your favorite local restaurant?
Madison Wine and Tap in Madison, and Tino's Pizza. Actually, those are my two favorites.
Okay. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Way early bird.
Me too.
Unfortunately, to my detriment, sometimes early bird, like, 4:30 in the morning, I'm up.
Yeah.
And I want to start texting people and calling people, and I have to
I'll be
remind
awake.
myself. No, but I like clients.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
know, but
I'm
they'll
like,
start getting used to that, you know. I can't
Okay.
tell you how many clients start texting me at 5 in the morning.
Okay, I need to. I
It's
feel
my
like
fault because you wake up in the morning, you check your messages,
Yeah.
right? So then I answer questions. So then they get into the habit of knowing that you're going to answer them.
okay.
So you'll start to
Okay,
see
I
people
gotta do
texting
that.
you at 6
Because I'm
a.m.
always like, oh, I gotta wait till at least like 8:45. I don't want to be.
Well,
rude.
if you don't want the bad habit of people texting you at 5 o'clock, then wait till 8:45. But I have people that'll text, because I go to bed very early. I'm sure you do if you wake up early.
Yes.
So I'll have people text me at like 11 o'clock at night and be like, I know you're sleeping, but when you wake up, can you tell me this or that? So even if we're on the opposite
yeah.
schedule, we get everything done.
Yes.
Do you have a dream vacation?
I think Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. My husband and I have always.
We
wanted
haven't
to go
been there either. My husband wants to go.
Yeah, I've never done that, and I would do like a full I would say Hawaii is one, and then Australia would be a whole nother one.
I'd
Should
like
be
to go to Australia, but I heard it's a very long flight.
Well, it is. Yeah.
So I don't love
I
flying.
mean, it would have to be first class, of course. I'm not a.
We went to Costa Rica last year. That is a direct flight.
Oh, yeah.
And that was an amazing trip. We don't travel much either, but we went with my sister and her husband. I could go there like every year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like where we were was like half an hour from the
Oh,
airport.
that's great.
It's a direct flight,
Great.
wave runners, horseback
Wow.
riding, ATVs.
Well, you're very outdoorsy, I could tell.
Oh yeah. Well, my husband is, so I have to
You're
make
kind of
sure I
doing-
get that, little that little excitement in, so that I'm not boring or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I just want to introduce you to John, and we're going to be discussing a variety of topics with each podcast. I think our next podcast is going to be about open houses
I think so. Yeah.
and
Mhm.
what to look for when you go to an open house, especially if you don't go with your realtor. With many times people just pop in
No,
and out of
correct,
open houses
correct,
without their realtor. Again, I had several clients that had gone for so long going on showings that they would call me if I had my own open house and say, okay, we went and saw this house, and they had French drains, and they had, a sump pump, and, the roof is this old, so you get used to what your realtor is looking for, and then
Okay.
the client
Sure,
starts to
yeah.
kind of become that a little bit of an inspector.
Mhm.
And then we'll follow it up with, I think, some real estate and maybe some mansion tax talk
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
John and I are also going to do some walkthroughs, so we'll surprise you with different
Properties, yeah.
properties that we'll be
Yeah.
walking through, so you get to take a peek. And we'd like you to hit the button to subscribe and leave a comment. If
Definitely.
you have any questions you want us to answer, just DM us and we'll definitely get it on our show. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to Walkthroughs with Jodi and John. In this segment, we'll take you inside properties currently available for rent or sale.
From first impressions to hidden details, we'll give you an honest look at homes and spaces you'll want to see.
Okay, so we are at 1 Avery Court in Madison, and John knows this area very well.
I do. So this is a beautiful 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath end unit that overlooks the pond here at Madison Common. So I'll take you on a tour inside and show you some of the great amenities we have here.
Let's get started.
As you walk inside this spacious end unit townhome, you'll see the living room to the right, which has a fireplace and access to the beautiful deck that spans and wraps around the back of the unit. You also walk through to the dining room, which is a full dining room here, and then into the eat-in kitchen. Plenty of space here for a table. And there is a full garage as well that is attached, 1 car, which is a great amenity to have as well in any rental. As you walk upstairs to the 3 bedrooms, to the left, you have the primary suite, which includes plenty of closet space, seen here, as well as a bathroom, including a skylight. Coming back down the hall, we have another bedroom, full laundry on the level of the bedrooms, which is a great feature, a second bath, and another bedroom with a walk-in closet. Another added bonus feature of this unit is a full finished basement, which actually has a skylight for added natural light. And the extra bonus is there is a full bathroom down here as well for your guests to use. There's also plenty of storage. Here, there's a storage room, as well as closet space here. One of the great amenities of living in Madison Common is this beautiful clubhouse that was recently renovated. In here you have a full gym, which I will show you now. With state-of-the-art equipment. There are renovated changing rooms. And there's a full living area and kitchen where we do community events. Overlooking the pond, and here's the renovated kitchen. You could also rent these out for your own private events. Other amenities include a beautifully maintained pool, as well as pickleball and tennis courts.
Next up, our local business spotlight. Each episode will highlight a small business in our community,
sharing their story and what makes them unique and why supporting local matters.
Hey everyone, we're at Madison Nails. This is our favorite spot to get our nails done, so we're going to go in and get a gel refill. Today's spotlight is on Madison Nails in Madison. It's my go-to place for a manicure or pedicure, always clean, welcoming, and detail-oriented. The team makes every visit relaxing, and you walk out feeling refreshed. If you're looking for a great local nail salon, check them out. Thanks for tuning in to List, Laugh, and Learn with Jodi and John.
Be sure to subscribe and share, and join us next time for more real estate insights, laughs, and walkthroughs.
Until then, happy house hunting.